Welcome to Dunmers and Divines. What? That's all you gotta say? Nothing to add?
No.
No? Alright, well, you're the DM.
I mean, okay, good session.
No, we can play. I was just asking if you had. It's fine. So what happens after a bag gets put over my head? I've got a question. Does my blight sense work if I have a bag over my head? Because it is kind of like since we've established that it's echolocation, it kind of like muffles it, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's muffled. You've still got some blind sight, but...
Is it like 5 feet instead of 10?
5 feet instead of 10.
Cool. You hold on to those for me.
Yup. Oh. Okay. So I think...
There's some in there that are on Roll20 that aren't represented in those cards because we just didn't print all of those things.
That's right. Those do recharge.
Okay. Can I roll intelligence to swallow my sending stone?
Sure.
Before I hand it all over? Okay. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a difficulty 12. Come on, intelligence. Natural 20. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have that thought and are able to...
No roll?
You've got a friendly arresting you, so... I mean, they're already letting you give all your magical items to somebody else.
How big is the sending stone? About this big?
It takes some water. I gotta get you some water. This is not a stealthy endeavor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm glad that, do his soldiers seem to find it weird that I'm being taken in this nicely?
Probably. But he is still taking you in.
Okay. No, to me it feels like halfway through trying to get the sending stone into my throat, I'm like, this, I don't know how this looks for his career and his long-term infiltration of, but
I mean,
we start.
Expressed to you that he's pretty sure this is going to result in his career ending. So.
Well, there's other career options, being a paladin and Fighters Guild and union member.
He doesn't have a long-term career prospects within the Imperial Legion as of this moment. Wow. Okay.
If they can't pay the bills, nobody in the Imperial Legion is gonna have long-term employment.
Touché. The parlay sort of disperses. You remain with the Legionnaires. Dalina and Cassina both cross back over to the other side. And you can hear them both speaking with the miners on the other side. Some cheering goes up, but you see Nalos' face from out of a window looking at you, looking very concerned. That's right, Nalos was in town stealing the other sending stone. He's not here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. There are some concerned faces looking out the window at you. Not that you can see them. You have a bag over your head. So you are moved in with the rest of the troop. Manacles on your wrists and ankles with sort of chain connecting the two. Bag on your head. You're brought into the center of the troop while you make your way down. It seems like not everyone is leaving yet. After all, there are more hostages to release. But a group of about 5 guards travels with you down to base camp, which it seems was assembled rather hastily, but you can see it. There's more guards.
Focus
here.
on just what I hear and describe
Yeah.
like the scene from just the point of view of what I hear.
Yeah, you hear the sounds of more legionnaires as you enter the camp, though it is still fairly sparsely populated. The rest of the day passes relatively, honestly, boring. You're brought to a post, secured to it, and later on in the day, you're fed some rations of porridge. Your hands aren't unshackled, so someone is literally pouring it down your throat. They lift the bag to do so.
One would hope. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Okay, it's when I finish a long rest. I was wondering if manacles can count, like if it can be used to strangle people, it can be used as a weapon, like a garrote. So I'm like over the course of a long rest, I'm gonna try to see if I can make it into my hexblade's weapon, like so that I have something.
Yeah.
But that's over the long rest, so like that doesn't. I was just checking the because you gave me the idea.
Sure. I mean, it would still remain an improvised weapon, so you still won't have proficiency.
Oh, if I don't have proficiency with it, then I can't make it my hex weapon. So
Yeah, I don't think anybody has proficiency with improvised weapons if they don't have Tavern Brawler.
Makes sense.
Okay. Night passes. A light ash storm rolls through camp, but you're sort of left out in the ash, as it were. Overall, like no one's like kicking you in the kidneys, so this could be much worse. Probably could be a lot better, but
yeah. So like I don't have any any tent around me, but if I've got the bag over my head, that makes the at least like it's filtering the ash.
It's a little bit. It's not the most solid thing after all. You can still hear out of it.
Yeah.
So you definitely get quite a bit of ash into your lungs. Give me a Constitution check.
18.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Is it a con save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So despite the ash in your lungs, you manage to like keep your mouth sealed very well, and breathe in lightly throughout the duration. So once the storm passes, you do have to cough some up, but you otherwise don't experience much in the way of negative effects. You trance, you wake, you hear the sounds of the camp coming together. At some point later in the afternoon, you heard the rest of the troop return, presumably with the hostages. The camp itself is not broken down, but you, come first light, are manhandled, or mer-handled as it were, into a cart driven by some of the legionnaires, which sets off. You can hear the lowing of the guar pulling the cart in front of you.
I've got a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I assume they took away, like, I would have given my equipment. I don't think I would have had time to hide the silk pillow with my name embroidered on it under my shirt. So I'm just missing it around this time because it's like hard ground. I'm taking off all of the items that I don't have anymore, and the list is rather long. But there's more stuff that's staying on there than I would have expected. Common clothes, manacles, is a Jira flying around?
Yeah, you feel multiple times a bird landing on top of your head.
Okay. Hey, Ajira.
Yes.
What's going on out there?
You're in an Imperial Legion camp. Looks like you're in a bit of trouble.
Okay. Can you if you nah, it's not worth the bother. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to spy around, but I wouldn't want to risk losing you at a time like this. Besides, Caius will get me out of trouble.
Caius? Who's Caius?
Do you not see through your familiar when I'm inside of that rundown house in the like you remember when the house I came out and I asked you to identify the bony blade?
I remember that, but you didn't come out of a house.
Yeah, it's warded. That's where I got a secret boss there. Blocks all sorts of divination.
Your familiar isn't divination, it's conjuration.
Oh, but
someone who's blocking the senses of a familiar. That's powerful magic indeed.
Yep.
Well-placed friends.
Well, he could be in a part of town that smells nicer, but...
And this Caius is aware of your current situation?
I mean, he's keeping tabs on me. He's keeping tabs on the Imperial Army. He'll be fine. You remember Tirmalin and Nine Toes?
Yes.
Yeah, those they both work for him. So, you know, if a guy called Nine Toes can go around like free and just wearing a collar with the toes of his victims around his neck.
That is Vardenfell.
Yeah, I'll be fine. But hey, do you think is there like any water skin around here? I'm super parched.
She nods.
I don't. Oh, sorry, blind sight. Yes.
Yes. But looks around and says, well, I'm rather small and you're rather without hands for use at the moment.
Are my fingers like? Okay, cool.
You're
I can still grab a water skin, untie it, and like
Yes,
drink.
but you're also manacled to your
Oh,
feet.
yeah, that's fair. Okay.
You don't really.
All right. There's an ash storm right now. Is there anybody around?
Most of them seem to be in their tents. Looks like they've got some kind of seal to keep some of the ash out.
Okay. All right. Are there any like within line of sight?
A few guards have been left out, yes.
Ugh. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna try to call these guards for a bit of water.
Okay.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Yeah.
16.
That's enough that one of them sort of perks up, walks towards you, and says, the criminal scum is thirsty, In the middle of an ash storm? Sure. He takes the bag off of your head, does take his water skin and sort of pours it over your face.
Okay.
Before pulling the bag back down. As he goes to leave, you can, with your blind sense, see him pull his leg back for a kick. Ajira puts a sanctuary down, and he's unable to land the
Ajira, don't. I'm going to channel my divinity to. I'm attempting to hide the fact that Ajira is here and a spellcaster. You're not like wasting me. You're not revealing who you are and what you are for a fucking kick in the groin. I'm good. So I'm gonna use my channel divinity. Can I roll to see if that distracts? If he thinks the two magical effects are the same. Like, not only he didn't want to kick, but he wanted to run away.
So roll deception to see if you manage to cover her effect with yours.
Okay. Cool. And would he it's a wisdom it's a saving throw wisdom 13.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, so he is also, I assume, turn the bourgeoisie.
Has he failed?
Yeah.
The 13? Yes, turn the bourgeois.
Okay.
So if he considers himself better than other people, oh man, him and 30 people around me.
There's a bit of a bolt of panic. Some folks are you hear some people like pushing at their tents. Presumably some folks within also pass, because after a second the struggling seems to stop. Someone hit them over the head to what are you doing? But the fellow that you're speaking with does sort of look at you, back away, and run back to its post.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say, Ajira, go into undercover mode. Just fly around and only come and speak to me once a day, please.
She
I don't need your help. It's better if you're not seen.
Not used to this kind of work. You're not very good at it. But she does jump off of your head and take flight. You don't know exactly where she goes from that point.
I should have done an Atronach dispel. I'm such a silly Billy.
What?
Sanctuary! No!
Fuck you and your sanctuary.
Fuck you and your sanctuary. I'm being rude to Ajira, but yeah.
It's for her own good.
It is for my own good, but it's for my survival.
Mm-hmm. You would like for her to continue being a resource, so she needs to be more discreet.
Yeah.
Okay. Time passes. The next morning, you're gathered up onto a cart, and bag still over your head. You are traveling down a road. You do hear the sounds of what can only be the city of Caldera. I should mention, during the course of the night, you had some very strange stomach grumbles.
Oh yeah. Do the stomach grumbles sound like words? Okay, can I make a perception check?
Sure.
If it was during the ash storm, then probably at disadvantage. I don't know, how loud is
I'm
an
gonna
ash
give it
storm?
a disadvantage regardless because it's in your stomach.
Cool. Restore balance. I like being given the opportunity to use restore balance So it's always fun when you let me know an enemy has advantage or when like I have disadvantage. 17 perception.
Okay, you're able to make out Nalos saying, target acquired, heading back towards the mines. Anything else while I'm in town?
Radio silence. What the fuck is radio? Cut all communications until I say otherwise. And I'm hoping that me touching the sending stone allows me to activate it.
We'll see. At a minimum, you don't get further response from Nalos, but yes, you do have some kind of contact with the outside world, even if it is exclusively stomach pain.
I don't know how long it is gonna take for me to pass the stone. Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be painful.
Yes. It's okay. I regularly short rest and refill my lay on hands. Hold on. Oh no, I need to long rest too. I'm using points of lay on hands to kind of like heal myself after the stone passes the difficult portion.
Cure wounds. You're a paladin, so you should have cure wounds.
I don't have any spellcasting focuses.
No, that's right.
I can't cast any spells right now.
That's right.
I can divine smite, and if I can get some of like the spellcasting components, like.
Does subtle casting only affect somatic and verbal, not material?
Let me check, actually. Font of magic, meta magics. Subtle spell you can to cast without any somatic or verbal components. I still need the material components. It would be very hard to.
Does cure wounds require material?
Ooh, that's a good question actually.
Not everything does.
Only verbal and somatic. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I can still cast command and compel duel and heroism. Okay, we're back in business. Cool. Do I get to prepare my spells? I get to long rest? Okay, cool. Okay, Featherfall, that's good. No, Featherfall has a material component. I need to get a feather.
Well, that could probably be more difficult.
Ajira!
You did tell her to fuck off, so we'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see her tomorrow. Oh, cool. There's so many of those spells that I thought I just couldn't use, and I forgot. If there's no material components, I don't need. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
You can ignore the somatic part, at least as long as you have sorcery points.
Oh, I'm gonna need. I'm going to need. Purify food and drink.
Also, notably, you still have not rested in a city.
That is true. So I'm still at 3 warlock spell slots and 1 second level spell slot. But I do regain my sorcery points, so I'm gonna use 3 of them to get a second level spell slot back.
Okay.
Okay. And hopefully somebody casts a spell on me so I can Atronach dispel it. Psst! Ajira! Identify me! Ah, shit, that's just a bird that shat on my shoulder.
You got your spell list set or no?
I do. I'm very happy with it right now. I do have Purify Food and Drink, so I can get ash out of my food or stuff like this. Well, I'm gonna save my spell slots. Without the city around, I gotta save my spell slots. Cool. Anything? Yeah. I just passed the day. Yep.
It is a full day of travel later, but the sun has set as you are pulled into the courtyard of some kind of structure. There have been more intermittent ash storms through the evening, off and on, mostly on. So it's hard to really, like, the difference between the sun being out and not isn't so much direct sunlight as just the ambient light around you filtering through the bag. The guard, the two guards on the cart, one of which is handling the guar, are both grumbling to each other, lowly, with very non-Dunmer voices.
I'm gonna try to ask them for their names and what they think of their jobs. I'm gonna try to use my agitation skills.
Okay, use persuasion.
16.
Okay. When you ask, there's sort of a beat.
Imperial Guard. Psst, what's your name?
Vitellius.
Hey, Vitellius. I overheard you saying they only give you like 2 restroom breaks per day. That's silly. We gotta drink so much water to get through those long walks. Does that? What do you think about that? What do you think about your job? I forgot his name. Vitellius?
I don't know. You tell me. He nods and says, well, this certainly isn't what I imagined when I signed up for the Legion. Babysitting duty in some arse end of nowhere.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Might as well be stationed in oblivion.
What's it like? I've never been.
Term phrase.
It's the place where people go when they're dead, isn't it?
It's the place that people go when they're about to die, for sure. Perhaps some of the dead end up there. I don't know.
Where do you want to end up?
Ideally, Skingrad. Grew up around there, but opportunities are few and far between when you're just tenant farmers for the vineyards. But hopefully, with the Legionnaire's pension, I'll be able to set up some kind of shop, support my family a little better.
Cool.
The other guard at this point like elbows him and says, "You're not supposed to talk to the prisoners."
Well, I just hope you'll get they paid you well enough to start your shop. But yeah, I think like I'm using my time, like I imagine they rotate guards and I try to get to know all of them and to like.
Well, while you're in transit, there's less. It's just the two of them moving you.
Cool. I get to know them.
Yeah.
As much as is possible. Cool. How's my stomach feeling by the time we reach the next stop?
Roll Constitution.
11.
You get a strong pain in your lower right abdomen. It's gonna count as 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh no. I can't heal that with lay on hands. Fuck. Cool. Disadvantage on all ability checks.
Very distracting thing.
Yeah. But does it feel like close to the end?
Here, lower right.
Okay.
Not the gladius nose, but around where the large intestine meets the small intestine. Yeah.
I imagine digesting food has also not been fun or pleasant.
Yeah. No, your stomach feels sort of bloated and full, as if things that should be draining are not doing what they should. Like despite the fact that all you've had is like liquid porridge.
I'm okay. Has Jira come on my shoulder at all during that?
Before you enter the sort of structure that they're pulling in, but briefly before, you feel a bird perch on your shoulder. One who squeezes your shoulder twice.
Jira, when you cast a spell through your familiar, you don't need your familiar to speak the words, right? You're speaking the words back in the other place.
Well, it's not exactly a subtle situation.
Okay. No. Is invisibility a subtle? Does it require? It would be silly, but
I would imagine it's just somatic and material.
Verbal, somatic, and material. The material is an eyelash encased in gum arabic, but just like I assume she has the material component where she is, I might assume that like casting invisibility would be like would not require the familiar to do the hand gestures and the voice.
Hand gestures, no. Well, it's never hand gestures with a Jira. Somatic components, I mean, the bird is making movements every time it casts something, but a lot of times it's airborne, so it's a little hard to tell exactly what that constitutes. But yes, you do always hear noise coming out of the bird's mouth when somatic components are used. Verbal.
In this case, we're gonna wait until like I've settled down at nightfall. Identify and sanctuary both use verbal, somatic, and material. So, Ajira, not the script. Cool. Okay, so she alights on my shoulder, and I'm like, hey, can you come back like later? Come back at night when nobody's watching.
I'll try, but I have a feeling that they're about to throw you in a dungeon.
Oh.
Here's hoping it has windows.
Okay. I can't. Ooh. If I thunderclap, that could cover your. No, that might just kill you. Never mind. Don't cast a spell on me. Alright, bye.
She does pause for a second and say, I did pay a visit to your little soup kitchen setup in the lower city. I mentioned to Marien that you were in a spot of trouble. That your other friend was fine, and you know that strange Altmer healer that's around there sometimes. He made note of what I said.
Tillman then? Okay. Oh, cool. Alright, so Caius will know pretty soon. Cool. Got this in the bag. And
Literally.
do you have an idea where we're at right now? We've been walking for like a while.
You're approaching Aldroom.
Oh yeah, that's the other place we stopped. Isn't that to the north?
Indeed.
Oh, okay.
This is good for you, though. The legions don't have their own courts here. You'll be tried by veterans, not halalus. Someone's watching out for you.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Well, more than one someone. Thank you, Ajira. Wait, hold on. Are they gonna put me like in a You said dungeon. They've got like pest proofing in the dungeons, right? Like no rats.
Probably trying to keep the Quama out, much less the rats.
No. Jira, I can't go in there. I can't go in there. I stop walking.
You're in a cart.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. At this point, she flies off.
No, Jack. I changed my mind. Cast invisibility on me right now.
I'm sure if you could see the bird's face, despite it being a bird and unable to roll its eyes, she'd find a way.
Okay, hold on. Pause. In Dusk and Doom, at some point I needed to have a bird familiar roll her eyes at someone, and the way that she did that was that she flew in a sort of like looping pattern over one of the players, so that the character would need to like
roll
their own eyes while facing the character. So like she did an airborne trick to trick a player character into rolling their eyes. That's how a familiar bird does it.
I did that, or just move the whole head.
Yes. Yeah. Hit and miss. You
swivels the head around.
Cool. What? Gladius is now agitated and asking his guards, "Hey, where are hey, we're go. Are there any beasts where we're going?"
The two of them are quiet, especially like you can't see the palisade walls approaching, but they can. So they're keeping their professionalism a little tighter.
I would like to use one of my divine senses to see if this counts as a city, and
this counts as a fort.
So, okay, would I be able to sense like that it counts as a place where I could recharge my spell slots or not, or do I need to be like closer to an actual like shrine?
Yeah, I think I'll allow it. There is an imperial shrine within the fort itself, and you could probably get the chaplain to come visit you as a prisoner, theoretically. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay. They unload you from the cart. You're passed off to a different set of guards who do bring you through a door, down some stairs, and into a fairly small cell. By cell, I mean literally it's a 5 by 5.
Okay.
Barely enough room to lay down if you wanted to. Good thing you don't have to.
Well, I imagine like muscles still get sore even while I'm trancing. It's like it is unpleasant, but does it stop me from taking a long rest?
No.
Cool. Does the presence of the sending stone stop me from regaining exhaustion, or can I
roll Constitution?
Come on. 8.
Yeah, you're able to long rest enough to restore your spell slots, but the pain is too distracting for you to diminish your exhaustion level.
Okay. With an 8, I don't imagine the stone is out.
Yeah. You still have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Good news, the pain has changed the location. Like it's more towards the center of your abdomen. Things are moving.
Very nice, very nice.
You haven't pooped in a bit.
Have I successfully peed?
Yeah, you are still peeing.
Okay, cool. That's... I count my blessings.
During the evening, you do hear the sounds of a guard over to the side. The bag is off of your head, so you've got at least some sense of where you are. They also, since you are known to be a mage, in addition to your manacles, you're outfitted with like steel gloves, rigid on one side, that secure your fingers down into like a stationary position.
I'm like, oh.
So even with the manacles, like you got no dexterity for somatic components.
I'm like, oh guys, you got the cheap stuff. Hey, back in the caldera, they just had like magical stuff to keep the magic from happening. This is. I could probably break this on a wall and like heal my fingers and be fine.
The guard looks at you and says,
"Man, they don't give you good equipment, do they?"
Try it, and we'll see how you feel about this our budget afterwards. I'm sure we'd save some money on prisoner rations.
All right, I will not try it. Hey, the sounds that are coming from like the cell at the end of the corridor, that's a humanoid making those sounds, right?
He walks away.
Hey, you have to tell me that it's not a beast. Come on, you have to tell me.
Okay, but as the night drags on, the guard over the cells, you hear a light snoring emanating from his corner, and shortly thereafter, the cell next to you, you hear a whisper saying, "Psst, what are you in for?"
Inciting a slave revolt? You? Hold on, what's your name?
Glendon.
Hi, Glendon. I'm Gladius.
Gladius. What are you, Imperial?
Imperial raised. I'm a Dunmer.
Huh. Weird.
What are you in for?
Oh, damaging property.
What kind?
I was an overseer at one of the nobles' mines, and they didn't. They said I got overzealous.
I mean, I channel divinity. Probably, if the guard is within 30 feet of me, then the guard also has to make a saving throw to avoid.
The guard passes, but the prisoner fails. He says, "Ah, what the hell are you?" And then runs to the other side of the cell.
Yeah, he spends a minute against the wall, nails digging, trying to get out.
The guard at this point rouses, says, "What's going on? Keep quiet, both of you."
Hey, I'm not making a ruckus at all. It's all Glendon over there. I'm glad I asked what type of property, because I was like, oh yeah, that's a very reasonable, like, you burned down somebody's house. Who hasn't?
He among us who hasn't cast the first stone.
He who hasn't committed arson. I gotta refill my water. Recording's back on. I'd like to say, as part of my trance exercises, they're like mental exercises. So Gladius generally takes the time to remember the dead, the people who were close to him, his master who taught him the oath when they were in the army together, and who refused to basically take up arms against a group of civilians, and was ordered by by their superiors to be killed for desertion or treason or whatever, and in order to hide the fact that that they were working working together, that they shared a philosophy, Gladius had to stab her, and so Gladius takes the time to remember. Gladius takes the time to remember not just allies who've died. I don't know. I can't think of many who've died, but also enemies, people that along the way he's had to kill, and Gladius does feel remorse, and the idea of those characters, all of those people, they could have been talked to, engaged with, and rehabilitated if the means had been available at the time. And Gladius wishes it were otherwise, so he takes the time to remember the faces of the people he killed at Moonmoth, and some of the overseers from Caldera, but he thinks about that much more quickly. I had to kill one of those Imperials on the side of the mountain. After that, Gladius repeats his oath many times, and at the very end, Gladius is going to offer a couple of prayers to Mephala, to be hey, now would be a really good time for me to fall unconscious, and for us to have a chat. Do you want to chat? Mephala. Okay. I hope, I pray to you so that you may avert betrayal away from me. Good talk. And I think, like, considering how to try to make an offering to Mephala, I think that, like, Gladius is going to, like, spill a little bit of blood, like, cover his whole hand with it, and, like, tries to, like, put the imprint of a black, like, a red hand, like, somewhere in the cell high up enough, but, like, hopefully the blood darkens and it becomes a sort of, like, a black hand. Don't know if that's, like, that's a good offering to Mephala or not, but I'm just, like, engaging with my ally deity.
Okay.
Then I wake up.
Or rather, you don't wake.
Oh, come on, Mephala, you gotta give me you can't just call me when you need me. Actually, she can. That is what So far, she's only called me to give me free stuff. So.
Well, she did set a task for you, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
She's not a very talkative one.
Yeah, it's like she lets the identify of her magical objects do the talking. Oh, I just gotta stab some friends. Cool. I wait in the cell.
Okay.
I'm like concerned about the noises that are coming from different places around me, and I have made some strange screams of surprise when I thought there was a rat near or something like this. But apart from that, Gladius is pretty calm. Gladius is waiting, like, is thinking that Caius Cassides is gonna walk through the door any minute now. Or Tirmalin, probably Tirmalin.
A guard arrives with a clerk sometime in the early morning. The clerk addresses you and says, during the course of your trial, you will be asked to make statements in your defense. However, given that you are a spellcaster, you will not be permitted to speak during the trial itself. You are given this opportunity now to prepare whatever statement you would like to explain or mitigate the charges against you. The charges against you are 64 counts of murder in the first degree.
64?
12 counts of kidnapping in the first degree. Burning of great house property. Theft of great house property. 150 counts.
There it is.
What statements would you like to make in response to these? Please keep it brief. He readies a quill.
You saying to keep it brief tells me that there is the option to not keep it brief. And I would like to make a full statement. I would also like for pen and paper to make statements while in the courtroom, please. Surely we do
you
not.
You are invited to make your statements now.
Surely we.
The process must be fair for all, including those who are unable to write. So make your statements now, and I will record.
Okay. I think Gladius is. Okay. I'm gonna make an intelligence check because Gladius is is thinking there's the smart thing to do, which would be to like anticipate what they're gonna say and like make statements about this that would like prove my innocence, right? But and on the other hand, Gladius is like, or I could write my manifesto and have them read my manifesto in court right now, and just like say say my oath basically. And I'm gonna roll intelligence. I think it's a 50-50, so I'm gonna say on a 10 or more, I'm gonna do the smart thing. 14. Okay, cool. I do not write I do not just babble my oath. Instead, I'm going to say, I, Gladius, am a member of the Imperial Blades, and it is under the authority of my superiors within the Blades that I have acted the way that I have acted, and successfully prevented fraud by the Halalu House. My mission is complete, and please release me right now.
Excellent. We'll read that out in court. Okay. They then go to the next cell, and like so forth. About 30 minutes later, another guard arrives who places a basically a metal bit in your mouth, sort of like what you would put in a horse as a gag.
Okay. One second.